Hi people, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel Eugene Talks Football. Thank you for joining us on the show. Today is Wednesday. Remember, it's Premier League season. You know, it started last weekend. It continues. Players were in training yesterday and today they will return to training in preparation for Aston Villa. We are heading to Birmingham, to Villa Park to face Aston Villa. Solid team, strong team with a good manager, technical squad. You know, they are a very formidable squad. Remember, we lost to them home and away last season. So they really owe us. So it's something that we should really prepare for. So we're going to look into that. But we'll start with yesterday's Professional Footballers Association Awards. That's the PFA Awards. Was done yesterday out there in Manchester. Unbelievably, we had 5 Arsenal players in the Premier League team of the year. That's remarkable. You know, Martin Odegaard, captain of course, William Saliba, Gabriel, Declan Rice, and the Golden Glove winner, David Raya. And they make up the team of the season, which includes Rodri, of course, no doubt about that, Erling Haaland, Ole Watkins, Phil Foden, and of course, Kyle Walker. So, Phil Foden, no doubt about that, won the Premier League Player of the Season, and Cole Palmer won the Young Premier League Player of the Season. You can say that it's really deserved, you know, I cannot really argue that. So the awards ceremony was done yesterday, a lot of dignitaries, you know, and they were presented with the awards. So congratulations to Odegaard, Saliba, Gabriel, and Declan Rice, David Raya. So I believe that they will return to the Emirates and return to Sober Reality Training Center as we prepare for Aston Villa crunch game. In fact, we have crunch 4 weeks ahead of us. After Aston Villa, we are at home against Brighton. These people, they walked past Everton. And after that, we play Tottenham and we play Man City. So these are tough games. Somehow, there can be mixed opinions as to maybe it's good to face these teams early in the season, or maybe it's just too much to pile on tough fixtures. But it's a matter of opinions. But for me, I think that it's just too powerful for us. But I think that we've got to be positive with this team that we have. So yeah, that is that. So let's talk a bit of transfer fee. Reports out there according to the response thing is that Nottingham Forest, remember I said in my previous video that Arsenal rejected a bid of £25 million from Nottingham Forest for Nketiah. And I said that Nottingham Forest are not backing down, they are still continuing in negotiations with Arsenal. So earlier on today, David Ornstein put out there on his social media handle that Nottingham Forest are closing in on the signing of Nketiah. So it means they are going to be meeting the valuation of Arsenal's £30 million. Arsenal's £30 million valuation of player. That's good news. And it is said that personal terms are not a problem. And Nketiah is open to moving to Nottingham Forest. And this is exactly what I said. I'm not saying the deal is done yet, but this is exactly what I said in my previous video, that if this deal happens for £30 million, it will justify Arsenal's stance on not accepting Marseille's 23 or 25 million euros for Nketiah. You know, a lot of fans came out to say that we should just allow Nketiah to leave to Marseille for that amount. You know, there were fans that were holding out for in support of Arsenal's stance, and there were other fans that were saying that it is fair for Arsenal to let him go for 25 million euros. And now Arsenal are holding out for 30 million pounds. And Nottingham Forest, it's looking likely that Nottingham Forest are willing to pay 30 million pounds for Nketiah. The news just broke out according to the Constant that Nottingham Forest are seriously closing in on signing Nketiah for Nottingham Forest. Remember, I said that reports suggest yesterday that Nketiah had already announced to his teammates that he's leaving Arsenal and he's ready to leave, and he's already agreed to leave. But these are just mere speculations or PR. But the news that emerged today, according to David Ornstein, is that Nketiah is close to joining Nottingham Forest for 30 million pounds. Obviously, it cannot be 25 million pounds. Arsenal have already rejected 25 million pounds. So that's a bit of the news there. And another good news for Arsenal is if we manage to move Nketiah on, listen, for 30 million pounds. And remember, we sold Emil Smith-Rowe for 34 million pounds. That's about 64 million pounds. What are we waiting for? I think we will have enough in our purse to go all out for a proper striker. That's the debate. That's my point. I'm still hammering on this point. We have enough not to break PSR rules and be able to sign a striker. You can ask which striker is there that Arsenal can look to. Victor Gyökeres is a very good striker. He scored loads of goals last season for Sporting, and he's a sort of player that will fit Arteta's style. So I think that the board, Edu, is going to look into this, but the news now is Arsenal and Nottingham Forest are close to reaching an agreement for the signing of Nketiah. Alright? So that is that. Let's see what happens in the next few hours. But at the time of recording this video, Nottingham Forest are closing in on completing the deal for Nketiah for around 30 million euros. Now, another news is out there in Spain. Espanyol goalkeeper Joan Garcia, he was in the squad. He was featured for Espanyol in their game in the weekend against Real Valladolid. They lost that game 1-0. Reports emerged that Arsenal have agreed personal terms with Joan Garcia, Espanyol goalkeeper, to move to Arsenal. Personal terms have been agreed, though there's not been club-to-club discussion. There's not been any form of discussion between Arsenal and Espanyol. But the news, the reports suggest that discussion between both clubs is not going to be a problem, as Espanyol are willing to let the player leave. So let's see what happens in the next coming days. I know that the player is willing to move to Arsenal, and it is going to bring out every speculation about around Aaron Ramsdale's future. Remember, Aaron Ramsdale rarely featured for Arsenal last season, and he's a quality player. So he's a player, you will all agree with me that he deserves his starting spot for Arsenal. Not for Arsenal, maybe for other clubs, but he's a quality player that deserves to be playing week in, week out. So Aaron Ramsdale is willing to move on, and clubs that are looking at Aaron Ramsdale, I beg your pardon. Previously, Ajax made a loan move for Aaron Ramsdale, but I think Arsenal rubbished that move. And just recently, Wolverhampton Wanderers have made a loan offer to Arsenal for Aaron Ramsdale, also to buy. And Arsenal have not responded to that offer yet. So let's see what happens. And that just makes sense, knowing that Arsenal are in talks with Joan Garcia, Espanyol goalkeeper, to replace Aaron Ramsdale. So it is very clear to see that Aaron Ramsdale is definitely going going to move this season. So let's see what happens in the next coming days, because I told you earlier that between now and the end of the summer transfer window, there will be movement of players, and we are focusing on Arsenal. So Juan Garcia is likely going to be on the move to Arsenal, as he has agreed personal terms with Arsenal, pending when the agreement between Espanyol and Arsenal. So there are other players, not just Nketiah and Ramsdale. There are other players that are looking to leave the club this summer transfer window. Like I said in my previous video, Nketiah was not even included in Arsenal's first match day squad against Wolverhampton Wanderers. There are speculations that AC Milan, that he fancies a move to AC Milan, but there is no concrete talks that is ongoing at the moment. But the player is keen on leaving Arsenal to seek first in football, as Arsenal cannot guarantee the player first in football. And of course, Fabio Vieira is also looking to move away from Arsenal, as first in football is also going to be a problem for Fabio Vieira. Let's be honest, because the emergence of Ethan Nwaneri is going to spark a lot of problems for Fabio Vieira. Fabio Vieira has not been featuring for Arsenal, and now that Ethan Nwaneri has joined Arsenal, remember his performance. So I think that Ethan Nwaneri is going to be ahead of Fabio Vieira in the pecking order. So if you look at what these players think of their future, it's going to be fair for Fabio Vieira to move on, to Champions League. So it's also one of the players that are simply moved away from Arsenal. Reece Nelson, earlier on in the transfer window, there are clubs that have linked with Reece Nelson. These folks have told, and I think that Reece Nelson is going to be in the club. I don't know what his future is, because it was earlier said that he is accessing his options, not thinking of what's next to do. But at the moment, there are no talks about Reece Nelson. So there are no talks, so that I don't know what is going to happen to Reece Nelson at the moment. So that is a bit of the transfer news there, transfer update. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now that we are expecting some sales out of Arsenal, it's a proper to go out for a striker. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Eugene Talks Football. Let's keep going. Thank you once again for being a part of this video. I'll see you again. Peace.